In the know, non-stop Vikings talk. It's Purple Daily on Score North and ScoreNorth.com.
And away we go.
Football.
Yeah. Gentlemen, we got our guy, the Rhino, in here. Alex Boone, the Rhino75 on Instagram, the O-Line Committee YouTube channel and
Why would you tell them,
podcast.
Phil, don't tell them my name on Instagram.
Dude, you have like 38,000 followers.
Yeah, it's too
I
late,
don't
Boone.
want
What do you-
any more of those nasty DMs coming my way, dude. No.
You don't have to check them,
I don't anymore. So, hey, seriously, anybody that has come to me and been like, you need to check your DMs, I don't ever. It's never going to happen, so stop.
And there's like
I
3
gotcha.
sections of DMs. It's all very confusing.
Very
But
annoying.
Stupid.
We've gathered here today to celebrate a Victory Monday, gentlemen. A Victory
Fun.
Monday, not just for the Vikings, for the Eden Prairie Youth Football Squad,
Stop
coached by Alex Boone himself. Championship Monday.
Where is he?
Way to go.
So excited.
Way to
So
go.
excited. Yes. Hey,
Dude, I was there. 41 rip. 41
Oh, you
rip.
ran up the score.
No,
I
we
love
didn't.
Not
it.
even,
We-
dude. They shut it down. They shut it down.
Oh,
you
sure,
don't
41
understand.
nothing.
Our boys are disciplined, and shout out to the Eden Prairie 6th grade team. Musab, Dari, Honor, Johnny, Elliot, all of them. Just Micah, London, Xander, love them all. They're the best in the world. Charlie Richter, great kid. Just so much fun. Went out.
Charlie got his last name mentioned. He must be really good.
Hey, Charlie's a great kid. We're getting ready to go to the game, and all of a sudden I turn around, and who's there? Phil Mackey. I couldn't have told you how excited I was. And then, I'm telling you, half my
pick him
team
up.
goes, Coach, is that your co-host? I'm like, oh yeah, we brought out the big guns for today, boys. We're going
Dude,
crazy.
one of them goes, but you're the one that like never played in the NFL, right?
Couldn't
I'm
believe
like,
he
That's
said
great.
that. I was like, oh,
That's
Well.
great.
shut up, Musab.
I know it's. If I don't tell you I
Shocking
never
to find
played,
out.
it's hard. Dude, there's
Shocking.
3 kids that were bigger than I am. I mean,
Oh, it's ridiculous. Hey,
Who'd you beat?
Seriously though, just tell them,
Orno.
please, that it was not this boring old handoff stuff, was it? There was a lot of motions. There were
Jet
throws,
sweeps, we
jet
had
sweeps, nakeds. We were running
tosses on the edge.
everything.
Oh,
Boys were so excited. They were like, "Coach, let's call this play." They wanted to throw the ball the whole game. They're crazy.
bubble screens. You have all sorts of complicated
RPOs.
concepts. Yeah.
It's incredible.
41
So,
donut, though. Very
Oh, yeah.
fitting. Very
Hey, shout
fitting
out to-
score.
Shout out to the assistant coach, Desmond Daniels, who is an amazing coach, defensive coordinator for us. He's been my D coordinator this entire time, our entire careers, actually. And I do the offense, he does the defense. He's phenomenal. His son's Honor. His son's number 13. Remember the kid that stuck number 9? That everybody
Oh, yeah.
was like, oh, and then the quarterback that threw those ripper. He's mine. I love that
Dude,
kid.
it was-
I can't tell you.
It
These kids
was.
are great.
It was an impressive victory on Saturday
was.
over at the Eden
Orno.
Prairie Sports Complex.
That was great.
Almost as impressive as the Vikings win over the Chicago Bears, which we're going to dive into here. We have a ton of film to break down on this Tuesday. Well, I guess Monday Trenches. We used to do it on Tuesdays. Now it's a Monday Trenches episode. Purple Daily presented by Quick Trip. And a shout out to our friends over at Nutrisource, boys. Our dogs love eating Nutrisource. Chicken and rice for Maya, the salmon-flavored treats for Maya. Imagine if you ate the same thing every day and still had a big, goofy smile on your face before every meal. How good that food must be.
Just time again. In fact, Stella got up on the bed this morning at about 7 o'clock, and she pawed the covers. And I'm like, let me sleep a little bit more. And you know what she said? Ain't no way you're going to sleep more because it's time for my Nutrisource. So, of course, just like that, I got up and delivered. And I'm willing to bet at the Goff household it was the same thing with Vinny.
Yeah, same guy. We had a boys' weekend. Mom was out of town. It was great. We were up to like 3 a.m. on Saturday playing video games, eating Nutrisource treats. It was all fun and games.
Well, you got carried away yourself and
I did.
had some?
I did. You know.
Stella's like, give me those treats,
Yep.
you son of a...
Yeah.
NutrisourcePetFoods.com to find a Nutrisource retailer.
So
These
where
are
were you,
good.
boys?
Vinny!
Don't mind me. I was just at the Legion. I mean,
Just,
Nothing wrong with a good Legion.
That sounds great.
Boonies,
Six
nothing
hours
wrong with a good
straight.
Legion.
I'm not gonna lie, guys. We had a good time. All right.
So,
Here we go.
okay. I mean, winning in Chicago is always sort of ugly, even if you're trying to make it pretty. I think the Vikings went in just saying, you know what, let's fluster Justin Fields, and then when they put a Division II undrafted rookie backup quarterback in, let's just let them beat themselves. But I don't know. Like someone on Vetline yesterday, Booney said, if you were rooting for the Vikings to lose and let's just say improve their draft positioning, you lost as a fan yesterday. And if you're rooting for the Vikings to look like a contender, you also lost yesterday. So what is your main takeaway off of an ugly win like that with San Francisco on the horizon?
I agree. I think it's way too early, too, to be talking about the draft, isn't it? Like, there's a lot of football left to be played.
Yeah,
there's
Judd.
There's too many people already talking about it. You guys got to stop. There has to be some semblance of football in the football season. It can't just be like, all right, we played 3 games and we suck. Throw everything in there. Just like, yeah, you're going to have to sell some pieces.
The Bears would disagree.
Oh, wow.
The Bears been talking draft for about 20 years.
Here's
actually.
the problem. Where does it end, right? Because you got all the fans over here that want well, we just ruined the draft. And then you got all the players over here that are like, but I'm confused. Don't you want us to win? Don't you want us to keep winning and continue growing? And everyone's like, no, you guys suck. I want you to suck so we can draft this Caleb Williams that will suck too. I mean, I just don't understand what everybody wants. Don't you want them to go out and win? Don't get me wrong. It was the ugliest win I've ever seen. And had the defense have not scored that touchdown on the fumble, they would have lost, which is almost pathetic because that's the Bears. But at the same time, they didn't, and they won. And so I guess I get caught in the middle of like, well, are you happy or are you not happy? And everyone's kind of like, we're not going to get Caleb Williams. We beat the Bears, though. Who are they? And you're like, oh, it's just an NFL team. Don't mind them. They're big, too. But at the same time, it was kind of the game you thought it was going to be. Without JJ, it's going to be really tough to do anything. And without him on the outside and everyone staring at him, you have everybody looking at Kirk Cousins in the backfield like, okay, now do it. Make it happen without the number 1 player. Show us that you are the Kirk Cousins that everyone continues to stand on this table and say that you are.
I know stats are stupid, and you have been generally an Alexander Madison fan the last couple of years on the show.
Not with the drops, though. He's weaning me off quickly. I'm warning you.
It's like a drop a game, and
this last game.
He doesn't have a 20-yard run yet this season. The offensive line has been better this season than it's been in previous years, but yesterday, I can't imagine this is how you draw it up on a Wednesday, guy. All right, here we go. We're going to unveil the game plan. So 49 touches or targets for Viking skill position players. Alexander Madison, 25. Everybody else combined, 24. And I get that Jefferson's out, but like, I don't know. Whether it's a coaching scheme thing, Kevin O'Connell, or Kirk just falling into he threw 7 passes to Alexander Madison, that just felt like not how you would draw it up on a Wednesday, unless I'm an idiot.
They don't have an identity. That's exactly what the problem is. This is not very hard to see. They're not a run team, and without JJ, they're not really a pass team. They're really just kind of a team. You're just there kind of meddling around. You don't really scare anybody in the run game. What was their average? Like 2 yards a carry. Everyone's just kind of sitting back going, okay, Kirk, dazzle me. Wow me, dude. And he doesn't. And that's why everyone's just going to be able to sit back and be like, okay, well, they can't run the ball, so let's just feast on this dude. And I was the first one to say, let's not look ahead, but now it's that week, and it's San Fran week. And I hate to tell you, but those dudes are definitely pissed off.
They just
and
lost
I mean,
their first
He should
game.
be.
pissed. You want to talk about a kicker that probably got on the plane like, please don't kill me. And they were like, dude, if we win every game from here on out, you're dead. Like, you're a dead man. You're going to die. But that's the thing is,
41-yarder, man.
when you come from a
41-yarder.
Bears game where you barely win, and all of a sudden you turn around and you look at a team like this, you're like, how are you going to get them? What's going to make them come out there and go, oh, no, don't do that, please. This is going to scare us to death. And there's not really a lot going on other than the defense saying, hey, we can get after the quarterback. We can create plays. We can do things, too. I love how the defense is playing. I don't know how the offense is.
So let's break this down too, though, Boone, because I get it. Okay, Jefferson's out. It's going to hurt you. There's no question about it. Like every defense's job, including a really good San Francisco defense, just got easier. That being said, though, okay, and this question involves Kirk. It involves Kevin O'Connell. That being said, you went into Chicago and you played a defense that is absolutely atrocious. Mm-hmm. Their third down defense, if I can find it here quick, no defense had allowed opponents to convert third downs at a greater rate than the Bears going into Sunday, 57.4%. You were 2 of 13, 15.4%. So I understand Jefferson being out hurts you. But if that's what you did offensively, against the Bears, how big a concern is that? Because you know what? If this had been San Francisco, you would say, okay, you barely got by.
Right.
In this case, you upset them. But that is a hell of a defense, and it's not surprising you did not have a good day offensively. But when this is the result against the Chicago Bears right now, what's the realistic takeaway?
Nothing good. And I think we knew
Right.
this from the beginning. I mean, we all kind of knew this. Everybody was going in this year, and for a couple of weeks now, we've all been looking at it like poking it with a stick, like do something. Where is all the luster from last year? Where's all the excitement? Where is everybody going to come together? And this year, it's all the opposite. It's everything going the other way. There is no run game. Your best player in the NFL, you're not going to have him for the next 4 to 6 weeks. And I hate to tell you guys, but if you lose any more games, there's a good chance he's probably just done the rest of the year, right? Why would we bring him back for a year that we don't really see going anywhere? I mean, that's a real thing. This is when business starts to take over football, and that's when you have a real problem. When the trainers step in and are like, it's not really worth it to bring him out for 8 more weeks because he could re-aggravate it, and now you're going to have to play the rest of the season like this. So at some point, you have to find your identity, and to me, it's going to have to be in the run game. You have to go out and demonstrate that you can pound people in the face, because if you don't, Mackie, I've told you this before, if you don't go out and act like the predator, they're going to start treating you like the prey, and they're just going to start swarming. Everybody's going to start coming out, hey, they can't run the ball. Give me my best pass rushers. Send them out there right now. I want Kirk on the ground the rest of the game. Like, they don't have JJ. Let's see how much they want to throw to Hawk in the middle when we have 2 guys over him. Or KJ Osborne going crazy. Not anymore. He's not. Like, this is going to be the thing where everybody's going to have to start stepping up. Guys that weren't expected to step up before are going to have to now, because now other guys become the highlighted pieces. TJ Hawkinson, can't have him over the middle anymore. Guys got to shut him down, because if we shut him down, now we're just going to shut down the whole offense. If we shut down KJ Osborne, now we're just shutting down everything. Now we're just going to let the defense go. Do you think you can hold us to no points the rest of the game? That's not going to happen. Yeah. It's some point somebody has to step up.
Yeah, it's like they went into the season. They bring in Josh Oliver was one of their 2 big free agent signings, and he's been really good blocking. You pointed that out.
It's great
on some previous Trenches episodes. It's like they clearly wanted to lean more into heavier personnel, run the ball, make a statement, a little bit more like San Francisco. And it's like the running game. I think the running game overall is probably a little better than last year, but in a game like that where, God, you're going into Chicago without Justin Jefferson. Why can't you be the team that runs for 140 yards, down their throats? Part of it is, this is one, and we'll get to the film here in a second, but Alexander Mattison, 18 carries. Cam Akers, 1. Ty Chandler, who runs a 4.3 40-yard dash.
Yeah, that's another one.
No carries. Like,
nothing.
We can't,
no sweeps, no jet sweeps, no nothing.
Nothing?
We can't just,
right.
And that's another thing. Like, it's not to just fall on the players. It falls on the coaches, too. We have to start being creative. We have to start throwing in pieces and parts that people don't know a lot about and start having them speculate, why is this guy on the field? What are they doing with them? Why is he in motion? Like, when you lose this valuable piece that can catch anything and run faster than anyone and jump over everyone, you have to turn it into more of a chess game now. We're going to beat you off logic, and we're going to make you start thinking out of this game faster than anyone. We're going to start moving you out of position. We're going to start pulling safeties out of where we need them to be. But when you just stand back there and throw these same under routes or the same out routes, it's the same old boring football. And your defenses eventually are like, listen, no one's taking the top off of us. So let's just keep everybody in front of us, and hopefully they won't score. As a matter of fact, they'll probably turn the ball over if we wait long enough.
Does O'Connell, in your opinion, and as we talked about before we started here, Booney, the last 2 games to me have not been good. They've not been well coached. There's been game management problems. Yesterday, I thought it was what you just said, which was with Jefferson out, a total lack of creativity. So when you watched that game and saw what the Vikings did not do on Sunday from a creativity standpoint, do you think that's just a complete lack of faith in Kirk? Like, what would be if you were a player on this team and Kevin O'Connell comes from the Rams, right? Borrowing from the Shanahan stuff. And
the
you see
stuff.
The McVay stuff, right?
Comes from.
So what's going on here? Like with Jefferson out, I would think you'd get more creative. And instead he got more conservative. Is this a Kirk thing in his mind, do you think?
I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe you just said it. Maybe it's Kirk's like, hey, I like things vanilla. I like it plain. I don't like a lot of moving pieces and parts because that all of a sudden makes it crazy for me. At the same time, if I was on this team, I would be saying something probably like, hey, this shit better get more creative or I'm going to get pissed. because we can't just keep sitting back here
Right.
in this two-jet the entire game and keep throwing these out routes and keep running our head against a wall. Like, at some point, we have to start going outside, or we need to start destroying the middle. We need to run duo more or power more, or we need to run tosses and wide zones. We have to be creative with how we do it. But you said it, Judd. When you go into a Bears defense that has just been up and down all year, I mean, just getting the shit kicked out of them, and you don't do anything, a lot of people are going to turn around and go, hey, did you see that? They didn't even do anything over there. Wait till we get to play them. Wait till we have some dudes up front that are scary looking. Wait till we have linebackers that can run sideline to sideline. Like, there's nothing that's going to take the top off of us, nothing that has us out here going, oh my gosh, watch that one thing over there. It's going to get crazy. That's a problem.
The other thing too is, like, we're sitting here, we've been sitting here for the whole season, and even last year, it felt like there was some creativity in the first couple games, but it did feel very basic and more vanilla than you would have thought. We're sitting here trying to solve this puzzle of why is the Vikings offense not more creative when the starting quarterback's favorite band is Creed and his favorite colored pant is khaki? Like what? You don't have Jalen Hurts, you know? Like, they have the least creative quarterback in the NFL.
But that's not on him, is it? Is it fall on the quarterback to be creative, or does it fall on the OC
I'm saying,
to be creative?
Ultimately, I'm just surmising this. Do you think Kevin O'Connell came in, took this job, Shanahan, McVay influences, he has seen what Super Bowl caliber offenses look like and movement and modern everything? Do you think he came in here and said, yep, we're going to get the ball to Alexander Madison 25 times? Like, I just feel like there's a reason why they're not being more creative. And the common denominator across 6 years of Vikings offenses stagnating and underachieving has been one person.
I wouldn't be surprised. It really wouldn't.
I'm just speculating.
I mean, you know how it was last year. I was all about it. He was doing great things. He had great luck. He was exciting with the ball. He was taking these shots and doing great things. And now it's like he can't do anything. He can't. I mean, I think one of the things that I noticed, the biggest thing from last year to this year, is he's not on the move as much. Like, last year, I feel like they were rolling him out a ton. Roll out here, roll out there, naked over here, naked over there. And a lot of that is because you can't run the ball. No one's going to bite on this naked anymore because no one's chasing the running back. They just know Kirk has it. So they're like, just go after him. And all of a sudden that puts a lot of pressure on him. And at the same time, he keeps just throwing these under routes. And I'm like, dude, you got to let him man. You're killing me. Like, Kevin, if it's you, at some point you have to just go, hey, if we don't get creative, this is going to explode really fast. And then I'm going to have even bigger problems on my hand because I'm going to have to deal with 53 guys pissed off at me every day because they're like, hey, man, let's go 5 wide every once in a while. Let's go, you know what? Let's just shake it up and start running 2-minute out of nowhere. Like, these are things that coaches come in and they're like, hey, we're out of solutions. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to start just throwing random 2 minutes in there. You might just hear 2 minute, you get on the ball and you just go. Go, 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 go. Why? Because it changes the pace of the game. It changes the defense. It starts making them think. We've clearly exhausted every resource. We can't run for shit. We can't throw the ball. Our quarterback's getting peppered. All these things are a problem. What are we doing? We're going to speed it up. We're going to speed it up and put pressure on them to do something. And we'll see how it goes. And that's a lot of times what you start to see in this league. When they start to exhaust all these options, they're like, all right, here we go. You want to do this to yourself? It's 2 minute. We're going to go out there. We're going to speed everything up. We're going to start doing sugar huddles. We're going to start doing all these things.
And
that's
sugar huddles.
Football.
Yeah. Football. Let's go.
We started about
Huddles.
How many people have been in a sugar huddle, huh? There's only 5 of you in there. You're real close. You look like a sugar bag. You're like, hey, what's up, buddy? How you doing? So fun. He comes in with a code word. You're like, oh, tell me the code word. Tell me.
Boys, let's break down some film here. All right, let's go. We'll go wide here for you. So,
is this the first play of the game?
This is the first play of the game. We're going to start with Vikings defense flustering Bears.
DJ Watt, yeah.
Hey, we have
about, hey, if you think it gets worse, imagine being in that room today. Imagine sitting in this offensive room when this play came on. This play right here, the first play of the game. Would you imagine what the coach was? Guys, what the hell are we doing? Look at that. I mean, everybody's looking at him on the ground like, what the hell just happened?
What did just happen here?
Justin Fields is an idiot. What do you mean what happened? He sees 6 guys standing up there, and he's like, yeah, one of them's going to drop.
They've got 5 receivers. We're bunched 4 to the left side here. You can see Cole Kmet as the 4th. So there's 4 receivers left, and there's 1 right. So they come out 5 wide receivers, right? This is a Booney. This is what? This is This is a 5-0 with a free runner. Like, what is this?
No. Listen. Pause it. Here we are. Where is everybody? All right. So we got Daniil over here on the right. He's in our count, so he's 1. Mark him for me. 0,
Okay.
Davenport. You're here. You're ours. 58. You are not ours.
Okay.
Let me see. It's Harris.
Why is 58
Just
not?
right now, because I'm going to tell you in a minute. So he's ours. Is that number 90 behind 75 in front of him? Yeah.
It is, yeah.
That's 90. And then that's DJ Wanham over here. All right.
Yeah.
Lay of the land right here. What are we doing? Technically, we would go 5-0 in this, right? Because there's 5 known rushers here. So we would just 5-0 it. But because there's nobody in the backfield, we have to make a declaration because we can't just let a guy come from the A-gap. Why? Because he is the closest rusher. And the worst part about this is he has a direct line to the quarterback. And the quarterbacks can't really ever get away from a guy running directly at them. You know what I'm saying? They normally slip out when a guy comes from the side. And you're actually seeing it a lot this year. Quarterbacks are kind of ducking down or they're getting away. We've talked about it. So we would never let somebody just run through the A-gaps. That's actually a cardinal rule. You're never allowed to just let somebody run through the A-gaps.
So you guys, you've told me, like, and us on this show too, but on the O-line committee too, that you guys protect from the inside out first.
Always.
Right?
Because it's the fastest way to the quarterback, and he can never get away from pressure up the middle. So right here, instead of going 5-0, which we would have done, he's telling everybody right now, we're going to go R. We're going to go R. We're going to go Ray. We're going to go Rocco, Roger, whatever you call it in your system. So it puts 58 on Daniil, 64 on Davenport, the center's on Hicks, 76 is on Harris, and 75 is on 90.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, I just told you what we're doing, right?
The
Who
center
is
makes that call?
responsible for 98? There's only one other guy back there, right? Like, I can't block 2, dude. You have to do something. So this becomes hot. Now, he knows that we've gone to R. An R call is very distinct. It's very loud. Right now, pause. You're the quarterback. You need to know where your hot route is right now because everybody's taken. Everybody up front is taken. And you see right here, see how Hicks drops? It's too late. You can't expect somebody to get out there. And see how the center continues just going right? Because that's his job. I said R. Everybody has their right gap. Quarterback, gotta get rid of this ball right now. Like, he should be throwing this ball right now to DJ Moore. Go back.
And DJ Moore knows it's hot because he stops.
He does. He's not an idiot because they come up there and they do the number count too, right? They're like, hey, there's 6 guys up there, and I know there's only 5 guys blocking. I need to get to my route right now. And now the good quarterbacks, they'll start alerting people quickly. Like, they'll point at the linebacker to let that wide receiver know, if this guy comes, you run your hot route to win right now. And so as they snap the ball, the receiver can see if that guy came or not. Now, he should know I'm the hot route. I should always run to win. Sometimes receivers have to be directed. You know how that goes, Mackie. But here, this falls strictly on Justin. You know 6 guys are coming. You know you're not protected to your left. Your left, which you don't even look. Hey, kind of looks familiar, doesn't it? Who else doesn't look at pressure when it's coming, barreling down on
That's
them?
just you're always so
Christian
negative,
Ponder.
you know?
That's why I never
I'm
liked
sorry.
Ponder.
Yeah, right.
I'm sorry. I was just kidding. What a way to start the game, right? Like,
Hey, Booney, can this play? So right now, because like it's very apparent what's going to take place.
oh yeah.
Can you alter this play?
But
Who?
it is
Justin?
there's a hot route.
Yes.
There's a hot route built in. There's no need to alter it. See, we've already put the hot route. It's right there. You even see 2. He's breaking on the route right now. Ball throw.
Boom.
No. Go back. Go back half a tick.
Okay.
Right now. Ready? Half.
I'll go quarter speed here for
Go
you guys.
quarter speed. Ready? Pause.
That ball's got to be out before he turns.
Go on. What are you waiting on? What are you waiting on?
He also but like the other option would be run.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of
Phil, go back here.
I'm just questioning
Check out
whether he knows what he's doing.
Check out the gap though. Like he could take off at this point.
I'm starting to think that he doesn't even know the protection because he doesn't even realize that he's hot from the left.
Hello,
That's what it
Caleb
is.
Williams.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Hello,
That's exactly
Caleb
what it
Williams.
is. Look, his whole line is literally looking at him like, are you for real?
So
Are
later
you
on,
for-
this is like 3 plays later on the same drive here. Let's keep this rocking.
This is.
That was a bad snap there. Uh-oh.
Oh, no. Oh, God. I love how he flashes his hands real quick like, hey, it's me.
Lot of bad snaps. A lot
Here
of
we
bad
go.
snaps in this
Pause
game.
Pause it. Now, there are a lot of people right now. They're going to tell you that what I'm about to tell you is not true, but those people are liars because I came from the Mike Solari school of football, and I came from real ball, okay? This right here is a jam. That's right. Get your minds right for this. This is a jam. This is one of my favorite defenses because it puts pressure on every single alignment because it basically puts us on an island when we set back. Because instead of having the center sliding to the left or to the right, making a declaration like, hey, I'm going to go help the left side or I'm going to go help the right side, it's basically everybody is manned up right where they are. Exactly. And see this spot right here for 64? Side note, this is the hardest place to block somebody because there's technically nowhere for you to go and you can't really go in and you can't really go out. So you just got to like set super firm, super fast, super tricky. But this is a 5-0 and this is a great job. If you look at the left side, go ahead and start playing it, Mackie. It's a great job. Obviously, we know that this is automatically going to be a 5-0. The left guard does a poor job of setting. How can I tell? Because the defender's helmet is in his chest. He's literally kissing his chest. That's bad. We never want somebody in our chest in pass pro. We always want you away from us so that I can control the block and I know what's going on. When you get in here this close, this tight, you lose focus of everything going on around you. Notice how he's turned to the left and his friend is literally like, dude, get your ass in there right now. And he doesn't even know what's going on because he's trying to bear hug this dude.
So you can see left tackle is literally putting an arm in the side of the guard saying, it's a twist, get out there, right? Is that what's happening?
Had he been a savvy left tackle, he probably would have went man and just went in there on his own. Because see how he's late? He's late. He knows the guard's going to be late. Had he been a better left tackle, he would have just let this. I think that's their rookie from last year, isn't it? Stevens or whatever? Jenkins. Whatever.
Tevin Jenkins, yeah.
Tevin Jenkins. It's just not good, right? Because look, here he comes, DJ Wana. Whoop, that's me.
Oh God.
Oh, I love it. See, this is a great job, though, of everybody still keeping the pocket really, really tight. See how, like, here, pause. One of the things that happens a lot of times is this guy that's the penetrator, the guy that Tevin Jenkins is bear hugging the living hell out of and nobody probably threw a flag on, that guy loses contain a lot. And so DJ Wanham comes around right here and instantly, see how he kind of looks like he could slip out to the left? It's kind of like, oh, if he was to go somewhere, it would be to the left. But out of nowhere, we keep our contain again, which allows this pocket to still collapse. Davenport does a good job of that. It's really hard to keep contain on a twist like that. But what's even better is how Jenkins is just taking forever to get off the ground. Yeah. Like, dude, you're on the ground. Your quarterback's running for his life, and he's like, guys, give me a minute. It's going to take me. Oh, I got to fill over.
It's the Bears, man. It's over, okay? He's like, I'm done. I'm peacing out.
For being on the ground. Oh, my God, you would get fined. So, oh, wait, go back. Did he just clap his hands? That's a hand clap, too. Oh, dude. Oh, man, this dude's getting hit with fines all day.
The kangaroo court is not going to be kind to
hey, you be nice to the kangaroo court, okay? You're going to get hit with something.
No.
But, no, it's a great job. Clap. Great job of getting on him. And, I mean...
And some of these are just like, if you throw enough stuff like this at defenses, especially with quarterbacks that don't know what they're looking at, as you'll see.
Pause. This defense has me just lit, dude. It's got me lit. Go back. I already know the play. And here's the problem. Here's the problem I have, okay? We've been talking about this. My man, Brian Flores, DJ Flo, crushing the mic right now. Because if you look up right now, and I saw this in the game, and I paused it because I go, is that a six-man line? Is that the 85 Bears? Yeah. What the hell is going on? But this is how you stop a mobile quarterback. Brilliant. You shut down all the gaps, right? You force everything to go sideline to sideline. Don't allow anybody in here. Pause. I saw this happen in real speed, and I started laughing because in no way did the protection sheet say for the Chicago Bears that we want Deontay Foreman to be blocking Danielle Hunter. In no way did that blocking sheet ever say 21 should be blocking 99. 58, that's a fine. And that isn't just a fine. That's a massive fine, dude. Because what happens off of it? Right there. I'm telling you.
Driven back.
This is Flores putting pressure on the offense. 58 knows damn well he's not supposed to be kicking out to Metellus. Dude, you know we are not going to put you on a linebacker and you're running back on 99. Even Daniil, stopped for a second and was like, no way this is happening.
Why is 58 kicking out to a smaller player here?
He's an idiot. Mackie, how many times on our show have you heard us say, we literally just look at the tackles and go, him. Block the $20 million man.
So this is
your
this is
only
like
job.
the known rusher on the Vikings.
That's your only job, Bubba.
Yep.
He's got 9 and a 9 after it. It's literally the largest number on the field, and his biceps are bigger than your head. You'll not miss it, okay? You want to know why we pay you $10 million to do what you do? Because you're going to block guys like this every now and then. But when you skip out and go to the linebacker, oh my God, dude!
Linebacker is a
Metellus,
safety,
right? That's a safety.
base.
That's not even a linebacker.
I'm telling you right
Boone.
now, the fine for something like that would have been so extreme for pussing out on that block. That's exactly what that was. Because in no way, go back. As soon as I walked to the line, I told you I saw it sitting on my couch. Why is there 6 guys up? Instantly, as a tackle, I'm starting to find numbers. Who is who? And if I look from Daniil to the left, they're all D linemen. Are we ever going to let somebody block a D lineman other than us? No. The answer is no. Never. It will never happen because that's our job. And when he kicks out here, Brian Flores is like, got him again.
Look at this, dude. Daniil
looks like a grown man when they complain, knocking over a kid. Get out of the way, kid.
He's walking him back right into Fields.
Dude, that is, yeah. And Foreman knows something's wrong.
Oh no!
Because he's looking out. Look, he's looking out to the right.
He was looking right at Metellus. Dude, I'm not even kidding you. He's looking right at the outside, and then when the ball snaps,
oh God,
tackle, he's like, oh God, oh God. Hey, shout out to everybody else that blocked all the D linemen except for 58.
All right, we got one more. So we're gonna do one more Vikings defense play because they did force an end-over-end fluttering duck interception to win the game, and then we've got. Let's look at Dalton Reisner's film from the week too, because he jumped in the fourth quarter.
Let's do it.
So okay, this is game on the line. Bears are driving. 40 seconds left. Down by 6, and you've got undrafted rookie free agent Division II quarterback trying to figure this thing out. And
so you're saying there's a chance.
Here we go. We got this.
Is this the last play?
This is the last.
It sure is. I want to see something.
Play.
I knew it. Go back. So he got hit when he threw it.
I don't know, dude.
He did.
I don't know.
You can see it. He gets hit. All right, same thing. We're in this.
Good snap
Go back.
there.
Did you notice?
Terrible snaps.
Time out. Did you notice that the left tackle didn't kick past 98? Did you notice that? Was I the only one that noticed that?
Yes.
Where does he go? Where's he go? Just to let everybody know that I actually know what we're doing because it's all the same. Oh, see how he stops right there? Oh, there he goes. Okay, wow. We would never let that look. Even the running back's like, are you sure you got him? Just double checking because somebody screwed me last time.
Yeah.
Exactly, right? This is a great job.
Step one, offensive lineman, block defensive lineman. Okay, this is
block
offensive line 101.
Check. Correct. We're good. All right. This is a great job of coming off the edge. Gives him this bull rush, right? Which you can tell this guy has never really seen a bull rush like this. But then gets back around. He kind of gets his feet moving, the left tackle's feet moving. See how close they are? And they're all just all over the place and he's on his toes. He clearly affects that ball. And I know everyone's saying that he's not, but he does. Like,
let's go quarter speed. I just want to see this.
Oh,
he clearly can't step into it. So at the very least, yeah.
He definitely does, which is a great job.
I think the wind gust there might have, it's windy. It's Lake Michigan. You never know. DJ Moore, by the way, if we had the TV broadcast here, putting his arms up in the air, he's like, "No, God,
not again!" Oh, God.
And then he's like, "I ain't gonna break that play up. I play for the Chicago Bears."
No, what if he
couldn't even have time to go back, dude?
What if he just turned around and walked to the locker room? Whatever, I'm out of here.
Yeah, he's like, I'm barely gonna chase him.
Hey, before we take a peek at Dalton Reisner's, here we go. We'll go full screen there. At Dalton Reisner's film from his first few snaps, let's shout out our friends over at Ugly Deck Judd, helping make your deck not ugly, actually.
Beautiful. In fact, look at that deck and then look at that one. And you're asking right now, how did the deck change so much? And I'm going to tell you, uglydeck.com right now offering what they're calling a Reserve My Deck Package Now special for the DIYer who wants to build a deck in the spring and save huge. This is only for a limited number of customers who reserve their deck package now. Uglydeck.com offering up to $1,000 off a full deck package plus locked in 2023 pricing. Uglydeck.com will deliver your deck package to your driveway by May 1st, 2024, and you will be the smartest DIYer on your block. You know why? Because you're going to save as much as $10,000 on your deck build. And you get free plans, a free coach, a coach who is good, a coach who's going to give you a good game plan, not a bad one, access to their online Deck Build Academy, and they will also install your footings in Ledger. You do the rest and save. Uglydeck.com. Again, click on the Reserve My Deck package now and save huge on a beautiful deck for 2024.
All right, let's go to our next coach, our North Loop restaurant and bar coach, Declan. Tell us where we should go.
Yeah, go to 3Jack in the North Loop. A great spot. You can get your golf swings in. You get some great apps. And in fact, Purple Daily fans, if you want to do all this at 3Jack, you can get 1 free pint per person with the purchase of any food item to guest who mentions that they heard 3Jack on Purple Daily. Go support our friends 3Jack in the North Loop. Go book that simulator bag. Go get those loaded nachos. Plenty of great options from our friends at 3Jack. And go mention Purple Daily, and you will receive 1 free pint per purchase of any food item who mentions that they heard this ad on Purple Daily.
Boom. All right, fourth quarter here, gentlemen.
Football.
Ezra Cleveland down.
Are we going to 3Jack at some point?
Let's do it, dude.
I'm all about it. Are you
100%.
Okay.
No, we got you covered at 3Jack
Sure. I'm
and
sure.
3Jack
I
in the
like
North
it.
Loop.
Amazing. The food looked great too.
Dalton Reisner came in the fourth quarter and took his first snaps in this Vikings offense. Let's look at a few of these plays here in the next 10 minutes before we wrap this episode here. Boy, I'm going to run this first one. Now, so he looks back about 14 times here before the ball snapped. Is that just like, hey, I'm new. What are we doing?
No. He's getting
Hey,
the snap. He's getting the
what's
snap
happening?
Count. He's getting the snap count.
Okay.
Yeah. This is a double count. It's a DC, and so right now we're getting the play call, right? So he's letting them know. Here we go. Ham walks up. He looks back. He gets the foot. That's the indicator right there. Snap. Pause. It's basically right now, if the defense was doing anything, they would show us, right? So it's like a preview of what's going to happen. If the safety, number 9, was going to start going back and the other safety was going to come up, I would be thinking pressure from the left. If he was number 9 was to start coming down over the middle or start going to the right, I would be thinking pressure's coming from over there. Like, it just lets the quarterback know, hey, we're either right or we're wrong. And depending on how good your safeties are, lets us know what's really going to happen. Like, if you have terrible safeties, we know everything that's going to happen. If you have really good safeties, we don't know anything that's going to happen, and we're guessing and we're hoping we're right.
That's for like the Ed Reeds back in the day were famous
Correct.
for just kind of screwing with guys, right?
Harry was one of the best, dude. When we played Harry Owens in Frisco, he was on the line, and we were literally like, could be coming, could not be coming. Not sure. Might have deep third.
So this incomplete pass here, but this is the first Dalton Reisner snap of.
You're
his
so
Vikings
excited for
career.
Dalton Reisner.
I am, dude.
They
He's a
signed
big
him for
guy,
a lot.
It's
So-
time. Hey, man, let's go. Let's get this run game going. But no, this is your typical Cali look, right? Get up 2 linebackers in the A gap. Get a good snap going here. We're on the double bob. How many times you going to bob your head? Here we go. We're going loco. Ham's coming up, stepping up. It's a good punch.
They're all coming.
They're all coming. Of course they are. We're putting pressure
This is
on
great
them.
protection here.
This is
Look at
really
CJ
good
Ham.
protection.
Look at CJ Ham. You guys
Whoa!
will rip him.
Oh, he's jumping up to block that pass.
You
But
know we love CJ. Love Hamster over here. He was always welcome in the O-line room. Always. Let's see.
so we got a few we can run here.
I love it. Oh, here we go, baby. Look at that front. Dude, look at that front. Pause.
Look at this.
I mean,
Nothing here.
Of the excitement.
I have a question, and I'm just going to ask this, okay? Don't get mad at me. What the hell is stopping? Do you know the down and distance here?
I didn't clip that
I'm gonna
in my
guess
frantic
3rd and 10,
race to
right?
get these up.
Probably like a 3rd and 10. Linebackers are standing at 10.
Yep.
What's stopping number 2 from when this ball is snapped, just grabbing it and running as fast as you can right up the middle? Like, at some point, if somebody gives you the middle of the field and says, I dare you, you have to go, okay.
So
You dare me?
in theory, couldn't a quarterback usher that in or no?
I mean,
That's a
look at
7-yard
this.
game
Pause.
without being touched.
Right there. Kurt, do something. Y'all need to do something because this is starting to drive me nuts. Because when you have this much of the middle of the field wide open and nothing's happening, it's
So they do.
starting-
But he does know that that's where the ball should go here, and they do pick up, 10, 15 yards. So
I agree, but I would just almost be like, dude, at the snap, I'd be like, hey, paint left. Center, the line knows what's going on. We're switching to twist on the left. The center's coming. I mean, look at that. It's great pro.
That's good protection. I was going to say, that's really good protection again.
Let's get a run play here. Little Dalton
tell you what.
Reisner getting out.
Let's see if in 7 days from this exact moment, the protection looks the exact same. And if it does, then I'll be like, all right, here we go. Now we're going. Don't get me wrong. This box right here, they're clearly stop and run, right? Pause.
1, 2, 3, 4.
9-man box.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9-man box. We're clearly here to stop the run. This is, you see all the linebackers. We have our safety down. Looks like we got our corner in over here. We have two. We're in a 22 package. They're like, dude, what is going on? This used
22.
to be my
Football.
This is my favorite package right here because you could do anything out of this. You could run, you could throw, and at the same time, you have all these big fatties out here that are just not good. That is a hell of a chip, though, right? Get this moving. Ham, get in there. Backside gets it rolling. These plays have to show up more. These are the simple plays. You get a nice chip right there, create the hole. Darisaw gets him running. See how it naturally creates this lane? Go back real quick. Let's go back and watch it. Let's watch our man out.
We'll go even slower here.
Let's watch the tight ends. Let's see him get this reach. Come on now.
So here you go,
84.
watching these
Absolutely, because where are we here? We're money on the front. We're chip on the center and the left guard. We're B backside to 53. We got 84 cutting off. Does he get the cutoff? Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Does he get the cutoff? Does he get there? Does he? Oh, in the ground, Bubba.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Is that my
Dude,
guy
I'm
Johnny
telling-
Munt too? Helping
Yeah, I'm
out.
telling you, when you can get tight ends that can block and an offensive line that can get movement like this and create running lanes, like I love how at first it starts at the left B gap, and then as the backside B gets rolling, it's almost like it cuts back to the backside instantly, right? Like it's so fun to watch these from behind. I know it is sexy. It is. And at times we would watch it like this and you'd be like, dude, this is a thing of beauty. And a lot of it is because technically Oliver gets everybody down on the backside, which is great. He trips Brian O'Neill, gets him down, snaps 95 down, 95, can't believe it, creates this huge running lane. It's awesome to see stuff like this. Let's see more of that. More of that will create these huge play action plays. Big 20-yard plays.
But dude, the thing is, like, I think what's tough, and again, tell me if I'm a moron, okay? When San Francisco runs heavier personnel packages, they're running it with the same players that they run all of their play actions and pass plays with. The Vikings, look at this play. This is a good play, right? This is well blocked. Our guy Reisner chips and then gets out. He blocks two guys on one play. But in order to make this happen, you're subbing out TJ Hawkinson for Johnny Munt, and you're subbing out, instead of having Juszczyk, for instance, who's just a bigger threat all around, you got CJ Ham.
You still have the same parts, though. I would still throw it to Ham in the flat. Absolutely. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, just because it's not Kyle Juszczyk or just because it's not Kittle doesn't mean that we don't want to try it. What's wrong with taking Munt out here? This would be a huge posit. If you were to go back and change Johnny Munt with TJ Hawkinson, you could have easily have sold everybody on this. And you have 9 guys on the defense between the hashes almost, right here. Like a quick fake right there, and then all of a sudden we're sending TJ on a corner route or something. Like
Oh, Booney.
Football.
Now we're creative. Now we're getting creative.
And then TJ drops it.
Let's go. No,
See,
Judd,
there's
what is wrong with
guy.
you?
There's
You
always
throw it
one
to
guy.
TJ,
What?
and he
one
drops
guy.
it.
What is the matter with you?
I'm pointing out the problems fraught with possibilities in
You need more Surly
2023.
in your life. That's what you need. That's
Yeah, he
what you
does.
need.
Damn straight I
Amen.
do. Oh boy, I'd be very optimistic if I was sipping on a Surly right now.
This has been
I'm
an amazing
say
sesh
this.
here.
I'm going to say this for this week coming up. I would almost love to be KOC for this week, just because I would go into this game and I would steal so much of San Fran's stuff just to see how well their defense would do against it. I would be moving people everywhere, every which way. They're going to do it to us. We're going to do it to them. It's going to be death by torture, and it's either going to be the best thing that we've ever done or we'll lose and everyone will go, we expected this, right? Like, it's just, oh, great, Caleb Williams again. Maybe he'll throw 3 interceptions for us in the first half. Yeah, great.
Well, you know what they say, Booney? You can either be the predator or you can be the prey.
Football.
Hey, before
Act
we...
like the predator, or they'll treat you like the prey.
That's what I said.
Football.
Listen, man,
Love
go
you,
watch
Mike.
the movie Predator and then pray before you go to bed. Before we go here and say goodbye to Booney, We got to let Dex fire someone. It's been 2 weeks.
Do it.
I'm kind of putting you on the spot here, but
No, you're good. I had one prepped. In fact, it almost got changed because I saw a report about 10 minutes into this episode that apparently the Broncos could be making a defensive change and firing Vance Joseph and bringing in Rex Ryan to run their defense.
What?
Oh,
Rex?
my
So
McAfee dropped a little bit of a
Rexy's back.
potential
Oh,
bomb.
the foot
Maybe.
fetish. It's back.
Maybe.
Rex
So
has just been ripping guys on TV for 5 years. Going to go walk
So
back
Vance
in.
Joseph would be fired by the Broncos in a 5-year period as head coach and DC. That's
Yes.
remarkable.
Come back as a linebacker coach. Get fired
In a
again.
couple of years.
And, hey, Vance Joseph has his hands full. But in fact, I'm sticking with this team, but I'm firing a player. It's time to fire Russell Wilson's ass, dude.
Yeah.
He
Dude, his
stinks.
contract hasn't even
He-
kicked in yet.
Stinks. He
contract
absolutely
starts
stinks.
next year.
He is eroded like a pumpkin on past Halloween. He's awful. He is just terrible. And I'm not a big Sean Payton guy. Like I'm not as against him as a lot of Vikings fans the bounty get. I do think he's like an offensive genius. I don't think he's a great guy necessarily, but he's got nothing here. He's got nothing to work with in Russell Wilson. So actually, I'm not firing Sean Payton, and I'm not firing Vance Joseph. I am
ride.
firing Russell Wilson. Let's ride
to
all
the
the way out of
unemployment
here.
line. Let's ride to our LinkedIn
Severance,
profile.
baby.
Update it.
George Payton is done. George Payton, the former assistant GM to Spielman, he's going to take the fall for this.
Didn't he did a good job in his assistant role. I mean,
Dude,
Booney,
George
you
was the
probably
man.
work-
Honestly, George was one of the greatest guys in the world. You could have a conversation with George, the realest conversation. He never lied to you. He was always truthful. I always appreciated George. When he went to Denver, I was super excited for him. I really do think this is Sean Payton's doing, and I think it's his fault and his problem. It's his karma. The minute you came at Hackett, the minute the football gods were like, yeah, no, we don't
I
do
do
that.
like that.
I
agree with
Mackie,
that.
I've told you this. You've never heard of a head coach calling out another head coach. That is the most unprofessional thing, and you're talking to the most unprofessional player that ever played in the NFL. You just don't do it. Like, there's lines that can never be violated because it will just bring down the integrity of that coach or that team. And the minute one coach attacks another coach, you're like, did he just say that about my coach? I'm going to kick his ass after you kick his ass. That's why everybody was so happy for Hackett. You saw literally everybody, including the team owner, come down and give him a hug because it was like, nah, dude, that was a shot that didn't need to be fired. Because clearly it was Russell Wilson the whole time. Clearly it was this whole dog and pony show that everybody was like, Broncos country, let's ride. Everyone's like, oh my God, Russ Wilson. But
Hey,
I'm
Broncos
just going to
country.
remind everybody that I told you, Mackie, on one of our shows, this will be the worst thing that Russell Wilson does, because when I went to Seattle and I saw what kind of a god they treated him like, I was like, dude, they don't do this anywhere else. You will never get treated like this anywhere else. And when he left, he should have known that that wasn't going to happen like that. Like, you're walking into the AFC West. What did you think was going to happen? Patrick Mahomes is in that division. If you don't outshine him, you're going to consider you the worst quarterback ever. It's just how it goes.
Yeah.
I agree. It's time to fire him. Get rid of him. And don't fire George Payton, please. I love George. Good dude.
Vikings country, let's ride.
That's right. Oh, stop it.
What would he say? What would he
Stop
say
it
if he
right
was the
now.
Vikings coach? Let's skull
yeah.
forward, skull
Yeah.
ahead,
Skull.
scoodly dole, scoodly doo. I don't know, man, but it's corny, and I think
That
you guys
is
are probably
pretty-
right. So,
that
so
was-
Russell
it don't get any
Wilson,
cornier than
Declan
that.
says,
2 weeks and you came out with a ripper, man. You came
Thanks,
out
buddy.
with a ripper.
You just made the list.
you can find more of Booney's breakdowns and hot takery at the O-Line Committee podcast, Apple,
it's gonna be
Spotify,
epic. It's gonna
and
be epic this
YouTube.
week.
You and Jeremiah Searles spreading knowledge upon the fans in
He's
the
so
football
mad I haven't
world.
talked to him in like 24 hours. It's gonna
You
be
should probably
great
call
this
him.
week.
Probably call
I should
him.
probably call him after this.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for hanging out with us here.
Thanks,
Purple
guys.
Daily presented by Quick Trip.
Bye.
Trenches with Boone. We'll see you guys.